So, as far as I feel many of you should be concerned, Joe Biden has decided to leave the presidential race. And here's why.
China is going to eat our lunch? Come on, man.
Honestly, in the car, when I heard that, driving home, I went.
They can't even figure out how to deal with the fact that they have this great division between the China Sea and the mountains in the west.
I don't know what the fuck that means. Right? Like I have the clue in the world what that means. I don't know what the fucking sea has to do with the mountains, and I don't fucking know. But I'm guessing it's some sort of political thing, and if it is some sort of political thing and he's not just having a old people moment, like, are you fucking serious? Oh, so you're telling me you figured out a way to solve the divide between the right and the left? Is that what you're telling me, Joe? You figured that shit out? Did you? Well, why don't you fucking implement it, you cunt? Like, what are you doing? If you figured out how to fucking solve these divides, why aren't you doing it? Oh, we have to elect you as president first. Ah, gotcha. Well, why don't you tell me your plan, asshole? Like, really? That's a critique he's throwing out there? Okay.
They can't figure out how they're going to deal with the corruption that exists within the system.
Hey, Pot, you're an asshole. Like, what the fuck? Are you shitting me? So you got that solved too? Okay, cool.
I mean, they're not bad folks.
Well, I would say that the people aren't bad folks. But the government officials, there's some pretty bad folks there.
But guess what? They're not competition for us.
Seriously, again, I went.
But here's where we are. We're in a situation where right now we have not only the strongest military in the world.
Thank you, President Trump. Everybody thank President Trump coin that we have the strongest military in the world. Thank you, President Trump coin.
We have led not by the example of our power, but by the power of our example. That's why the rest of the world has it referred to us. Not a joke.
I mean, okay. I can agree with that to an extent. But clearly, there are some countries and even entire regions of the world wherein our example is being actively spit upon, and it's our strength that fucking keeps people in line. So, I mean, I guess you're half right, but, like, look, motherfucker, you got a lot of problems right now coming into this. And again, I'm not hearing a lot of policy. I imagine during the course of this speech there was policy discussed. But yet, this is the sound clip. And why? Because this dude's kind of like, I don't know. I kind of consider it an active attempt to scuttle any fucking talks we have going on with China. Right? Because you don't think the Chinese are seeing this? I mean, the Chinese people. Fuck. I'm sure the Chinese people are actually seeing this. If the Chinese government doesn't want them to, they won't. But the Chinese government is seeing this. Like, they still watch the world news. You know they're seeing this, don't you? And they're going to come to negotiations and be like, what's that? We're not competition? Well, how about if we just stop making everything for you guys? And then what are we going to counter with? Well, why don't you guys invent something? And they'll be like, okay. Are you shitting me? Like... So, as far as I am concerned, Joe Biden, too stupid to be president. And considering that I supported Donald Trump's presidential race, that's saying something. So, but we always kind of knew that Joe Biden was kind of a fucking idiot. It used to be so funny back in the day when Obama was president and Joe Biden would open his mouth. It was hysterical every time because Joe Biden, so stupid. But now this fucking idiot is running for president. And I hope everybody's starting to get their memories tickled by these kind of clips. When they go into the polls thinking to themselves, oh, Joe Biden. Because really, this fucking moron actually giving a State of the Union address? How is he going to get through the whole fucking thing and not say something stupid as fuck? So, you know, whatever, man. People are going to vote for who they want to vote for. We deserve what we get. We do. Part of the reason why I don't vote. Because I'd rather say, well, I didn't deserve this because I didn't vote for anybody. But I know I deserve it twice as much. It's what makes it fun for me. Right? That I abdicated my control over it all. I don't care. You guys do whatever you want to do. Leave me the fuck out of it. But I'm going to get on YouTube and bitch about it because I can't. But, like, seriously, when you think about this dude and consider him as president, look back at some of his speeches in the Obama days when he was VP. Look back at VP Biden's speeches. Seriously. Look at the things that people were like, what the fuck about back then? And think about that shit in the current day. Because, I mean, it's one thing to be doing this shit with world leaders, but what is he going to say that's going to set off the left? Because you know, sooner or later, everybody pisses off the left. He's already white, male, and old, and they've already bitched about that. So, you think that they're on his side? They're not. They're not on anybody's side. They just want, I don't think they know what they fucking want. So, they already hate him. And what do you think he's going to say that's going to piss them off? And then all of a sudden, it's a giant fucking thing. Like, oh my god. But yeah. Apparently China's not competition for us. Who knew? They're just the most rapidly industrializing and you know, growing fucking country in the world. Even through oppression. They're powering through oppression to try and beat us to the end. To show that oppressing your people is always better. Because they fucking listen and do what they're told. They don't misbehave like those Americans. Right? So that's why we're fucking coming up. Because we keep our bitches in check. Good pimping in China, apparently. Bitch, you know you better vote for the emperor. He is God. Whatever. Whatever. I don't know. This kind of shit just makes me laugh. Because I'm like,